Happy Halloween! It's the time of the year for trick-or-treating.
That's right. I'll be giving some tips so you and your fur baby will have a good time and make sure that your Halloween's not too spooky.
Let's get started. So this is Donnie, your chief treat lady.
And I'm Dr. Amber, your official veterinarian at Vital Pet Life.
We're here to talk about pets, pet nutrition, and wellness, anything that can help our fur children live a longer, vibrant, and happier lives.
All right.
Yeah. Welcome to Vital Pet Life Podcast.
Hi, Dr. Amber. Happy Halloween.
Hi, Donnie. Happy Halloween to you.
Okay, I'm wondering if dogs can do trick-or-treating.
So I think I wouldn't see a problem with that as long as they're kind of used to being out on a walk and with other people and other dogs. I think that might be fun to trick or treat with your pet.
Yeah, but any Halloween safety tips that you can share while walking, perhaps, or, walking around?
Yeah. So, I would say if you want to dress them up in a costume, that's super cute, and we'd love to see the pictures of your pet in a costume. But just make sure that, it's not too constrictive, that they can move, they can breathe, and that there's nothing like on the costume that they can chew up and and hurt themselves. So safety in costuming. Um, and if you are going to go out trick-or-treating with them, just make sure that they're kind of accustomed to being out and walked around anyway. If you're going to have trick-or-treaters at your house and you're maybe concerned about them getting out of the house, escaping or possibly being aggressive to strangers, just make sure that you lock them in a quiet room where they're safe
Yeah.
and comfortable. And then microchip. I think, just in case there is some kind of mishap out of the house. So just make sure that they're microchipped to increase the chances that you will be reunited with them.
What are your thoughts on putting coloring or dyeing your dog's cat or fur during Halloween? Like, I haven't seen that though in my area,
Yeah.
but for sure, I bet some people do that. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it quite a bit, like at groomers, people will get their pets dyed.
I don't like
And I mean, I personally wouldn't do it because it's just a lot of work.
I know.
But I think as long as you're using, a safe, like non-toxic, like a hair spray that's
Yeah.
tinted or like the hair paint that's, safe for babies and kids, not babies. If you're using something that's safe for kids and humans, then it's probably okay for your dog.
Well, one of the things that I'm always worried about, this time of the year is because there's an abundance of like chocolates, candies. I mean, what should I do if one of my dogs or maybe our listeners out there, like one of their pets accidentally ate like a candy, or chocolate, especially chocolate, like it's
Yeah.
kind of deadly, or what
Right.
should they do? Yeah.
So the toxicity of the candies, it really depends on what it is and how much they've eaten. So, chocolate always comes to the top of our minds when we're talking about toxic treats, which of course, chocolate is toxic. But if we're talking about milk chocolate and maybe they ate, one or two little candies, worst case scenario with just a small amount of milk chocolate is probably just vomiting and diarrhea. But if we're talking about, you made a plate of dark chocolate brownies or they ate a whole bar of dark chocolate, then that is much more toxic. You can just imagine how much more concentrated the chocolate is in dark
Yeah.
chocolate versus
White.
milk chocolate.
Or
Or
milk
yeah, and white
chocolate.
chocolate is not toxic at all. It doesn't have any of the caffeine or theobromine, which are
Yeah, but
the
I will still stay away from it. Like,
yeah. I mean, I still wouldn't feed it, but it's not going to be deadly or
yeah.
highly toxic like other types of, the dark chocolate. And then there's some candies that, I wouldn't give anyway because the sugar's not good for them.
Yeah.
But especially like some sugar-free products have xylitol, which is
Oh
very,
God.
very toxic. It's deadly to dogs and cats. And so
Mm-hmm.
we want to make sure if we're at all questioning like how much they got or what it is, or then you can always call a veterinarian, emergency vet if your regular vet isn't open. Also, things like the pet poison helpline.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
actually have that website, petpoisonhelpline.com.
Mm-hmm.
And they have veterinarians and vet techs on staff 24/7. You can call them and talk
Mm-hmm.
through, my dog ate this and this and this, and they'll give you recommendations on treatment. So, yeah, again, it really depends on what they eat and how much they've eaten. But if there's any question at all, call a vet and talk to them.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's fun to walk around trick or treating, but always be careful on
Yeah,
what the dog basically. Because like sometimes like when you're walking around, like the little kids drop the candy or chocolate or whatever it is that they got from the like especially when they're walking from one house to another. There's always those little like stuff in the ground.
yeah,
Be
yeah. I mean, the
careful.
food, even the wrappers, you think about
Yeah.
if they eat a bunch of wrappers, like that could cause a blockage too.
Oh
So those are
gosh.
the
Yeah.
things we need to think about. And then decorations, if
Yeah.
some people will light candles, or there's just other things that can be dangerous for pets around that time. So make sure that we're keeping them away from those dangers like the lit candles, or anything that they can eat that will get obstructed or harm their GI system.
Yeah, but I would also like say like for another tip, especially if the dog isn't like or an animal or a pet, like I would assume it's gonna be a dog anyway. That even if they're not used to seeing like a lot of people, just leave them at home and
Yeah,
just enjoy with your family. And if you have like, because like there's gonna be a lot of kids that are out, and you don't want any situation with other dogs and or
right.
probably like being nib or something like that. Like you don't want any
Yeah,
accident. Yeah. So
right.
I
Like
think
we don't want
I mean
dog
it's
fights or
fun, dog
anything like
fights.
that.
It's fun to be out. Like it's a nice activity to be out with family. But yeah, I feel like and it's also good to when to walk the dog when you're walking around the neighborhood. But again, just be wary and at the same time be aware of what's happening when you have
Yeah,
like a dog and kids around and treats that dogs can't have or animals can
right.
have. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely, if you look at like some of the pet poison helpline statistics, they definitely get spikes of calls around the holidays because
Mm-hmm.
of, the food and the decorations and stuff that we like to use. And so we just need to be aware of that. Not that you can't use it or can't eat good treats, but
Mm-hmm.
just be aware and make sure that you're keeping those dangerous things away from your pets.
Away. Well, that's it for today's episode. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow our channel for more talks about pets, tips, advice, and fun stuff.
Happiness, vibrance, and longevity for our fur babies and our planet.
This is Donnie, your Chief Treat Lady at Vital Pet Life.
And this is Dr. Amber, your official veterinarian at Vital Pet Life. No tricks, but only treats for your fur baby. Happy Halloween! Until next time.
Yay!
That was short and sweet.
I know.